Welcome back to the Resonance and Replay podcast, everybody. We're on episode 9, and we talk about things that resonate with us, and we are you're surely going to want to replay. So I'm James, and
I'm Dillon.
He's traumatized.
I'm depressed.
I find it funny.
Shut up. You watched me be sad.
Yeah. Oh, well. So we got a couple of things to go through, but the main topic of today's episode is going to be
Resident Evil Requiem,
which is Resident Evil 9, where this is episode 9, and it comes out
9th.
on the 9th. So
go bet on 9.
The power of 9 is with you, and also, I mean,
compels you too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the power of 9 compels you. Ice 9 Kills also released a new song the other day for Scream 7, breaking the trend on 9s.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 9's in the name.
It is in the name. That's true.
Also, yeah, it was actually one of their better songs, even though it's not heavy and it's not fast paced or anything.
I keep saying the day that they tone it down, like if they're like a 7 on the heavy scale, 6.5, 7 on the heavy scale, the day they tune it to like a 6.25, they're going to be the best modern metal band in the industry.
Silver Scream 1, A Great Mistake, was that song.
Yeah, it was. 100%.
Silver Scream 2 would say Fly, because that was the one that like kind of fits the mold of like, it wasn't heavy, but it wasn't ballady, but it was more clean singing than anything. I don't think Spencer screamed at all in that song.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I just listened to so much of it, and it's all over the place. Like, I do like their heavier stuff, too. I just think that they're so damn... They've got a similar, like, when it comes to, like, hooky choruses and the way that they incorporate growls and screams, it's, like, early A Day to Remember, between flipping with that and then the cleans. The only thing that A Day to Remember didn't do is the soloing. But otherwise, there's a lot there. Anyway, we're not going to talk about them for... that's not really the point of the podcast.
When the new album comes out, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about it.
Who knows? Fuck it.
But no, so the main point of today's podcast will obviously be Resident Evil 9, but there were a couple of other things that we'll kick off on. You're going to get his live reaction to something because he hasn't watched it yet. So there was a Nintendo Direct or a Pokemon Direct, very specifically.
You literally just said 5 minutes ago. I'll just pop it up really quick.
Yep, that's it.
I was sat there. I was like, "What is he talking about?"
So
what live reaction?
Yeah, you'll get.
Are you gonna watch me witness again?
No. But you'll get his live reaction to it because he was busy streaming Resident Evil when this happened.
Streamed the entire playthrough. Over 2 days, but. Yeah, I got so hangry at the end of the first run there.
What's really funny is you can tune into on YouTube. I think all the VODs are there, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm gonna be editing the RE9 stuff shortly, but I just finished up as of the beginning before before recording this. I finished up my Silent Hill 2 playthrough, so all those are up on YouTube as we speak. My Resident Evil 2 playthrough and my Silent Hill 2 playthrough are currently up on the YouTube right now. So.
Okay.
If y'all want to catch up on random shenanigans, there you go. Links
in the description for him, for that, because they're not uploaded to this channel. No. But anyway, there was a Pokemon Direct because it's the 30th anniversary.
God, we're old.
Feel old yet?
Every day with my lower back.
Dude, like moving some of Alexandria's stuff, and I was like, dude, I mean, I'm feeling a little sick anyway, but I was like, dude, I am so out of like breath right now because I'm fighting a cold and I'm fat. So anyway, the biggest thing, there were two things that were really kind of cool from this that we didn't know about. They were heavily leaked to the new gen of Pokemon was one of them. And then they announced this like little Game Boy music box that looks like the original Game Boy Color. And then you can slide in like cartridges that play songs from the original Pokemon games.
Oh, that's dope.
It is really cool. I was thinking that it was going to be like $35, $40. No, 70, and it sold out in seconds.
Of course it was.
So I'm hoping they resupply them. I think it's really cool, but I don't know if it's worth $70 anyway.
It's not worth 70.
Although in 20 years it's going to be worth way more than that if you never open it. So.
What are you talking about? People are going to immediately have it on eBay for like $400.
Well, I bet they do. You know what? Let's go look. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm going to look. Just because I'm nosy.
As I was going to say, we live in a scalper economy these days. rich investors just see a name and they go, oh, Logan Paul plays the card game. People want to buy these for legit. Yep, $175 already on
eBay.
On eBay.
Yep, confirmed order 175, and then it's this is a UK person, so it's also got $35 in shipping from UK.
No offense to any UK watchers, but yeah.
I thought it was really cool, but I was like, I wouldn't pay more.
It looks so tiny. Like that box.
It is teeny tiny. Yeah.
That box seems too big for the package.
It's because of how many cartridges are in there. Each cartridge is its own song. And so it's like 60 little cartridges in there.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I thought it was like all the songs from like Blue were on Blue.
No.
All the songs from Red were on Red. Okay.
Yeah, no. And then it also changes, like the front of it actually has like a display of, like if you're in Cerulean City, it'll show a picture of you in Cerulean City. So it's actually,
cool.
It is really cool.
It's cool, but it's not worth 70, let alone 175, because scalper's gonna be scalping.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, that's neat. I would have paid up to 40 for it tops because of as a collector
45.
Maybe, sure. At that point, $5 isn't going to be the difference breaker. Yeah. But anyway, and then the big reveal at the end was Pokemon Winds and Waves. So I've already seen this, but this will be the first time that Dillon's seeing it.
We've officially hit double-digit generations.
I'm also going to try and put this in the episode, so you'll be watching it with us. I don't imagine. I imagine that Nintendo's not going to like that, so it might get. We'll see what happens.
Even if you just put like just a frame shot of the video, that's like the part that's playing, like here or there, like one frame is there for like 2-3 seconds.
I don't know. I'm gonna mess with it and see what happens.
Okay.
But anyway, here we go. I'll probably skip some of this because there's like this.
I was about to say this is definitely not actually gameplay footage. There's no way it would look this.
Although I will say, like, that's a good looking Pikachu.
Oh, that's adorable. You can tell that it has fur.
Yeah.
Thanks, not gonna do that.
I don't think so.
Pikachu's like, I have more friends. Oh, that was adorable. Why for a second did I thought they were about to do the fusion dance? Jean Pikachu.
They did just like high five tails. This is probably where I'll cut it in right here.
Game Freak. Like Pokemon games. I will say the water looked better than I expected it to, which is really depressing to say about the most profitable franchise in the world. Okay, I'm starting to see some actual like improvements, but not enough.
Water does look pretty.
The water does look insane from some of these shots. Was that a fucking sand, like a pile of sand Pokemon?
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, it's like a sandcastle Pokemon. Yeah.
So, I know they got like trash Pokemon and ice cream Pokemon. And then the reveal of the new generation, which is, I don't know, just... I feel like I need to see the evolutions before I truly question whether or not it was, without a doubt, the most uninspired generation.
Yeah. That ironically looks like a dragon.
I was gonna say, that looks like, yeah, they definitely did that on purpose. Well, if it's winds and waves, I'm assuming it represents like ocean bound versus sky bound, or like whatever. Whale forward.
Yeah, so clearly we're going to be able to dive and go underwater, and so that'll add a whole new level. The logos look good.
The logos do look good. Simultaneous release in 2027. I will say, if just based off logos, I'd go with Winds.
Yeah, I do like that.
Wind, the aesthetic of the Wind logo looks better than the Waves logo. Okay. Although it's like, I definitely prefer swimming than anything sky related.
Yeah.
I say it's like I got no problem skydiving in Tears of the Kingdom, driving Link right to the ground.
See, if what would you rather do? Would you rather skydive out of a plane or get dropped in the middle of the ocean?
Oh.
Which one are you taking? You only have to do it for an hour.
Okay, skydive easily.
Yeah.
I have a deep... See, here's the thing. I got no problem swimming when I can see the sand beneath my feet. If I look down and I just see the abyss staring back at me, see, it's like, I already dealt with enough abyss in Dark Souls. I don't need to see pure nothingness, or at worst, Lord Cthulhu staring back up at me.
See, I actually, so it's one thing if you're in like a Caribbean type style where the water is like that really pretty like teal and you can see the sand below you.
Yeah.
All day, every day, I'm gonna pick that over anything
Like if
else.
it's like 20 feet down, but like it looks like the sand's right there, that I'm fine with.
But
middle of the ocean, thousands of feet, no.
If I had to pick between being in the middle of the ocean,
I got chills thinking about it.
Like literally the dead center of the ocean, or being in the center of like a small inland lake, where you still can't see the bottom, I'm picking the ocean. Like I'm thinking about like out at Hall's camp. Mm-hmm. Like what would you rather just be sitting in the middle of that lake looking down and not seeing anything? Or would you rather be in the middle of the ocean sitting down looking at nothing?
Well, I need to know how deep that lake is.
I don't know. I think Lost Lake's not that much. It's Lost Lake, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's not that deep. It's like maybe 50 feet.
Don't dox our past locations.
Okay. It's lost. They'll never find it. Anyway, I'm happy that this is happening. I personally think it looks better than Scarlet and Violet because they didn't do the stupid legendary driving the Pokemon thing.
Yeah.
That to me was dumb.
Yeah, the fact they made the legendaries your fucking vehicle transportation was...
Well, they've always kind of been, to be fair. If you use surf, you'd ride your Pokemon. If you were flying, Pidgey somehow carried your ass to wherever you were going.
They didn't turn them into a bike.
Yeah, they didn't turn them into I understand. I'm hoping that
also they were just fancy geckos.
Yeah.
I remember we talked. There was 3 fancy dogs, 3 fancy birds, whatever the fuck Lugia was. What is Lugia?
Bird?
Is he a bird?
He's a bird, but he's like a seabird. You know what I mean? Like not like a seagull, but like something that's very.
Imagine looking down and Lugia's eyes are like glowing, but you can't see that it's Lugia.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know, Lugia Seabound and Ho was the Sky one.
Right.
Oh God, I wonder if they're gonna bring that up. No, it's a new generation, so new legendaries.
Hopefully
the legendaries don't seem lazy in this generation.
Hopefully not.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not. I mean, overall, I'm curious because I'm not a big fan of the Arceus style, where the idea is like catching hundreds and hundreds of the same Pokemon to fill out your Pokedex and stuff.
Oh, that's okay.
Like it's really grindy to do that. And there was just a lot about that I wasn't the biggest fan of. If they find some way to take the open world of Arceus, but merge it with the traditional gameplay style of like gyms and all this, I will probably be happy. And in Sword and Shield, they kind of did that. Like there were areas that you would go in where it was open world, and there were areas where it wasn't. That was fine. But 2 concerns that I have is: are they going to do another gimmicky thing? Because it feels like every generation there's a gimmick. Like Dynamaxing or Mega Evolutions or...
Well, they got to keep the card game going.
I mean, they don't need to do anything to sell the card game.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Introducing a new variation of monster every generation.
Yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs to do that because the game's dying, and then it comes back, and then it dies, and then it comes back. Pokemon never died. It just like they literally could go out and just say, "Hey, we're gonna re-release another celebration set," and it would sell buku. They don't need to
just keep giving me Pokemon 150.
Literally, they could do that.
Just keep making prettier versions of the original 150. I'm fine.
So one of my concerns is that the other one is I will be very I'll be very sad if it has the performance issues that Scarlet and Violet had at launch. Now, because it is switched...
Scarlet and Violet apart because of it.
It's switched to exclusive, so theoretically it shouldn't have that problem. And this is really early footage because Pokemon almost always, I have to put an asterisk on it, but almost always releases in November now. Late year. Arceus came out in January of the year it came out, and then when ZA came out,
I think Legend ZA just came out last year.
Recently,
like end of last year.
So we're still a year and a half away on this game.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of time to see development.
Do you think we'll get any like Pokemon game for the Switch 2 other than Fire Red Leaf Green this year? Or do you think they're literally just like, yeah, you're waiting until next year to get a new Pokemon game? If it's the 30th anniversary, something's got to come out this year.
But why wouldn't they have shown it here?
True.
Because it's not like Nintendo is a wait till Game Fest kind of company.
They have their own thing. Yeah.
They have their own thing. I think they would have done it here. So that's just my thoughts.
Unless they're counting the old Pokemon games that they're like Sapphire and Leaf Green, and then the GameCube games that they...
Yeah, because Gale of Darkness also got announced for the GameCube.
Just Gale of Darkness? No Coliseum?
I think Coliseum's already there.
Is Coliseum already there?
I think Coliseum 1 and 2 are already on for the 64.
You're thinking of Stadium.
Oh, Coliseum. You're right. You're
yeah, there's two GameCube games.
No, I only remember seeing Gale of Darkness in the Direct.
Why not both?
I don't know. Also, you can, if you want to see my full reaction, I did live stream it, so the VOD is up on the channel. Anyway, I'm excited for it. I picked up Leaf Green on Friday, and I plan on playing through it because I love the old school top-down Pokemon games. I genuinely wouldn't even care if they would have, instead of doing like this big open world thing with like pushing the graphics, I would have been fine with them going and doing another top-down style game and just finding a way to modernize that. I'd have been fine with that.
Oh, absolutely same.
So, anyway, overall exciting there. And then what else is kind of going on this week? The marathon beta test. And I'm not going to dig into this because, again, this isn't like your cup of tea. But basically, also Resident Evil is more your thing. I'm not going to have as much input. Although I did watch you stream it, so I have a little bit of thoughts.
You watched me have a small breakdown.
Marathon's playtest went live on Thursday. And it launches this upcoming week. And the playtest was free. And they topped out at like 170-something thousand players, which...
That's good, question mark?
I mean, it's half of like Arc Raiders peak. But here's the thing. Marathon is definitely not Arc Raiders in the sense that Arc Raiders is like the most watered down, simplified version of an extraction shooter you can get. It's really straightforward. You go in, you get your loot. The loot system is very basic in Arc Raiders. The maps are pretty, and it's got more of a traditional graphic style. And I would compare it. Somebody made a great comparison, in my opinion. Escape from Tarkov kind of founded like extraction shooters, like PUBG founded Battle Royale, and they're very similar. They're very gritty, very like there's a high learning curve, very aggressive, realistic gunplay in the sense that there's a lot of recoil for your hardcore gamers. Then you have Arc Raiders, which is like Fortnite, which is like I don't know, like the dad rock of extraction shooters or the dad rock of Battle Royale. It's approachable for everyone. From young kids to dads who just play on the weekends or whatever, anyone can jump into it, and it's a third-person shooter, which, you know, I think that it really captured and brought in people to Extraction that you didn't get. And then Marathon is first-person again, very futuristic, and then each of the characters, they're called shells, that you can pick. It's like a hero extraction in a way because they each have their own abilities. The lore behind it is that your character, you upload your consciousness into this shell to drop in because the world's too dangerous to go for real. So what shell do you upload into? Then you have abilities, you go in, you extract, and it feels like the Apex to Battle Royale because Apex was a Battle Royale with heroes. Okay. And so I feel like there is genuinely a market for all three, but it is a little more complex because of the heroes, and the looting system's a little more complex than that of Arc Raiders. And I think that all three are going to be fine. Overall, it just depends. The only thing that could kill Arc Raider or Marathon, in my opinion, is if the money they put in was insane, and they're not going to see that type of return. But I was looking at it, they're averaging like 70,000 players a day right now during the beta, but none of your progress transfers. So if you're enjoying it, why would you burn yourself on it right now when nothing is transferring over? And Resident Evil came out this weekend. That's also a thing that you have to take into account. Like,
it actually knocked off GTA 6 from like #1 spot on PlayStation's like top rated games, which I'm like,
Yeah.
Suck it, Rockstar.
So overall, it's hard to say because it's a free play. I think that it's fun. The gunplay is just some of the best first person shooting gunplay out there. It just is. It's Bungie gunplay, but
Bungie's got that first person style down.
They do. Some people don't like the art style. I think it's very futuristic, and there's a lot of lore in Marathon that's exciting to me. And one of the things that's really like back and forth with like Arc right now is that Arc has this very PvE versus PvP mindset. And I've talked about this on here where I like the PvE side of Arc quite a bit. The PvP side I don't think is good. I think it's not balanced well. It's third person, so you can cheat corners and stuff like that. They're not addressing it. Like there's a whole lot of problems I have with the balancing in Arc. Whereas with Marathon, there's like that balance of like being friendly in Arc. There's a lot of people like friendly, like I just want to loot, and you know a lot of people will just they're fine with that. Go ahead, loot. I'm going to leave you alone. And so there's that community, but then there's the people who got bored and they're like, well, I'm just going to shoot everybody now because I have nothing better to do.
Reigns.
So they are doing that, but it's also pissing a lot of people off in Arc. Whereas in Marathon, it is straight up shoot on sight, period. Because it is a PvP game that happens to be an extraction shooter. They're also adding a competitive mode into Marathon, which no extraction shooters had a competitive, at least to my knowledge. And the way that they're going to do that is in order to be in the ranked mode, you have to load in like with a certain dollar amount worth of loot. So essentially you have to ante up at least a certain amount of your stuff to load into those playlists. Whereas in Arc, what people do is they'll load in with free loadouts and then they just run around and they just kill people. And they're like, if I die, I didn't lose anything, but I could ruin everybody else's run and take their stuff, which like that's kind of the point of the game as an extraction. You can do that, but because there's literally no cost or no repercussion to them, it's kind of frustrating. Whereas a Marathon, you can do it if you're in ranked, you have to load in with a base amount of dollars, and certain maps you'll have to load in with a base amount worth of stuff to actually play it. Okay. I think that that's going to do good for the game, but we'll see. I think it'll be fine if they average 50,000 players a day. On average, that still puts them in the top 50 of Steam games every single day.
What numbers do they have to hit, in your opinion, to like for PlayStation to consider it like a massive success?
I have no idea, because I don't know what Bungie spent on it. I don't know if they spent 200 million on it. I think it's dead in the water. Even if they average 50,000 players a day, it's not going to matter. If they only spent like 40 million on it, then you know they only need to sell 1 million copies to break even. So, and that's assuming that's no microtransactions and stuff like that. There'll be some in there, but like all the battle passes are free. So, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm not going to begin to guess on the financial side of it. I'm just looking at it from the perspective if they average 50,000 players a day, it's still a top 50 game on Steam. That's not counting consoles in any way, shape, or form. So. I mean, there's I looked this up last night. There's 120,000 games on Steam. Jeez. To be in the top 50 of active players, if you're not financially making it in the top 50, then unfortunately, then we're down the path of the gaming industry is in a very, very bad place. Now, Marathon took a little longer to get to the finish line than it should have been.
To be fair, how many of those 120,000 games are AI-generated slop?
I don't think there's that many yet. But there's also a lot of like really, really small, like that's counting everything. Like if I spent 10 hours would be way too small, but let's say that I, spent all my time, my senior year of programming, building a small game as my senior project. And then I'm like, screw it. I'm going to upload it to Steam and it's only an hour-long experience. That counts. So it's still a lot of games though. Anyway, I'm going to pick up Marathon. I made the decision yesterday when I was watching. I'm going to pick it up.
So it won you over yesterday? Or like confirmed enough to be like, yeah, I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, because I think that the PvP is so good. So good. And they've balanced the AI enemies in a way that's very unique to Arc, because man, like sometimes you can't tell if they're people or not. They move and act like people. They bait you. Like they'll flank you, they open doors, they even mimic voices of players.
Fuck that.
They're it's creepy.
Fuck that.
They will pretend to be players and stuff like that. So like there is a lot of they've really made that AI smart.
All right, so what I'm hearing is you're going to be streaming your quest to become the #1 marathon player in the world. You heard it first here, folks, on this channel.
No.
Chair, don't you dial me. I know I'm fat.
No. I am not going to ever be #1 in PvP in anything, but it is really interesting because, you know, like in a gunfight, when you're with real players, like if I'm shooting and then I get hurt, then we'll like switch. So you can continue putting fire out while I heal, right? The bots do that. It's crazy. And they don't mess around. So anyway, I'm excited for it. But I've done a lot of talking and I need to let my voice rest here for a minute. So Dillon, why don't you tell us about Doki Doki Literature Club? Because I know you can't wait.
So fucking off guard. Like, I'm sure you can pause that and get a perfect frame of my face going, what the fuck?
The exact moment that he decided.
What is that? Nani?
Doki Doki Literature Club. I want a full synopsis now.
I mean, that game, well, first of all, that game's fucked up, but we're not talking about Doki Doki Literature Club. No. This is when you reinsert that first original clip of me going Resident Evil 9.
Oh, I was thinking about taking that audio effect every time you say 9 and putting it in the whole video, but it might take too long.
9. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh god.
I'm not adding more work to you. Well, I mean, I'm going to.
If you keep saying 9, people are going to think that you're pledging allegiance to the wrong country.
No. Isn't that their version saying no?
I don't know.
Pretty sure that's their version saying no. So I'm saying no. But I'm going to say this right here and right now. If you have not played Resident Evil Requiem, and you plan on playing it, and you don't want any spoilers, leave this video right now. And all our attention just went down. Because I'm going to be talking about everything. I'm not hiding it. Or you could save this video for later after you have played it. But everything, I'm going to discuss everything. Spoilers galore. Boogadoo, habadabadoo. That's English, baby. So, I had a fantastic time. This is where you insert clips of me not having a fantastic time. I'm just going to send you clips of me going, fuck me! But no, I'm still processing how I actually feel about this game. Because on one hand, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. But on the other hand, it's a top 3 Resident Evil game of all time. And that literally comes down to, I hate the gray sections, Leon sections are peak.
That's interesting.
And I realize I've changed as a Resident Evil fan because of it. I actually hated the survival horror portions, but it's not the fact that it was survival horror and old school. I loved the old school. It was more the vibes of Alien Isolation. You have literally nothing that can save you other than just your headshots are lucky and you can push them away. Because it's like in the old games, yeah, you had no idea what was going on, your ammo was limited, but you still, over time, got more stronger weapons. Like you started with your pistol, but you eventually got a shotgun to like get enemies away, reduce. Grace just has a tiny little pistol the entire time. Even though, and I didn't even use it that much because I wound up having like 70 shells by the end of it for her pistol. I'm like, well, damn. But I mean, to be fair, at that point at the end of the game, they were making, I think you were there for it, they had me with acid throwing and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, that does make sense. I need to play the game more and get more. I do like Grace as a character. I get it. She is the most literal, useless Resident Evil MC of all time. And the fact that she's not good at combat. She struggles with people. I don't know what exactly is the terminology for like her, like, but she just is awkward, or she has some kind of
Asperger's, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
or she's just awkward.
Yeah, she's awkward, but especially with the fact that I don't know, that the flashback scene where we watch her mom die, which we already know has happened. No happens. I know English.
The voice acting there, or like
Oh
that,
my
like
God.
the performance was great.
If she's not nominated for voice acting at the Game Awards this year, I would be shocked. She did incredible. That voice actress did incredible. I felt that pain when she screamed "Mom." I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, I mean, I saw something online. They're like, did they bring her mom into the studio and stab her, or what? Like,
literally, it's like just scream it, scream it. Just had a knife to her throat. No, like the first hour of the game, fantastic. Another fantastic intro for Resident Evil. They always nail the first hour. I don't think there's been a bad hour besides Resident Evil 6. But no, and then Leon comes in. Like the pacing kind of broke up, where it's like Grace, Leon, Grace, Leon, Grace, Leon, Grace. Leon! Oh my god. I want to jump ahead to Leon so bad. Grace's portions, the scenery, the care center, the first chunk of the game happens in. That's where most of the Grace gameplay happens. Fantastic. Such OG vibes on like the staircase, double staircase, the style offices and all that. Screamed OG mansion vibes. So I did enjoy that. I love that. I just hated the Alien. I just hate the style of gameplay where it's like I am useless. I have to throw. I basically have to. It's more stealth than anything. I hate the more stealth. That's not my style of gameplay. I'm not the biggest fan of like you have to sneak around because I was getting fucked up because I was trying to be like, all right, just do it, zombie, and just. But no, there's 2 or 3 zombies. The zombies in this game. Probably top 3 zombie from Resident Evil of all the games lined up all time. The fact that it is an updated version of the T virus, the OG T virus. So it's like we fought this before, but it's different. These zombies retain some of their memories as humans. Where there's a woman cleaning a mirror as a maid. There was a giant chef guy with a machete that literally death animation cleaves Grace in half.
I saw that.
That, holy god.
Yeah, brutal.
Were you there for one of those Leon death animations?
Which one?
Got ripped.
No, I didn't see that one. I came in right after.
Oh my god. There's the death animations. Capcom went ham on this game. I need to watch like all the ones that I missed. And it's like they brought back these zombies can use chainsaws. They can like stab you. Like there's like a nurse zombie that has a syringe. Like there was like weird opera singing ones. I was like, please shut the fuck up, because you could hear them like 3 rooms down, 3 doors down. Rest in peace, Brad. And then you just hear, and I'm like, please, I just want to read this file without hearing you screaming in my ear. But it's like I seem like I'm complaining a lot about the game. I do enjoy it. It's like after my first playthrough, I'm like 8.5 out of 10 right now.
Okay.
But I need more time with it. Well, the Leon stuff is like 9.5 out of 10. The Grace stuff is like 7.5, so it balances out.
That's so interesting. I have you keep going. You keep talking, but I have some thoughts.
And then of course Leon's just John Wick. Get all the ammo, get all the weapons, gets all the bosses. All the bosses are Leon. All of them, which again makes sense. Grace can't do shit. But again, I still don't know how old she is because I got confused by the story for a second there.
Grace?
Yeah.
I thought she's probably like
mid-20s?
late 20s.
Mid-late 20s?
Yeah.
Because she was a teenager. She's listed as a teenager from that flashback scene. So she's probably like 24 to 26 range, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Because I was about to say, if she was older and she, be like, But no, the Leon bits are the star of the show. I know a lot of people love Grace, and a lot of people love her character in general. But I'm here for Leon, as you can see. I'm here for my boy that got me into gaming in 1999. Well, made me a gamer in 99. I was already playing games by that point. But he gets all the bosses. He kills the giant, bloated, takes up the whole hallway guy that you kept telling me to go pet or go kiss or something.
He just wanted head pats.
He just wanted head pat. I guarantee he was a one-hit kill if I went up to him with Grace. I guarantee it. But, and then, first half of the game is heavy Grace, a couple bits of Leon. Second half, you go to Raccoon City. This was my favorite chunk of the entire game. It was just a nostalgia trip. Except for one specific moment. Clarence, enter the clip right here. It's going to be me reacting to the spider.
That does not look oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, Nightmare Fuel, which I did not expect them to bring that back. I haven't seen one of those since the first game. Well, technically third original game, but a actual boss fight with a spider. Last time was RE1. That one was called the Black Tiger. This one was called the Titan Spinner.
Oh.
It can spin its way to fucking oblivion. And then you wind up getting to the RPD once you go through chunks of the city.
I missed the RPD section.
Yeah. I screwed up because I got the digital deluxe edition mostly for my brother, who I game shared with. I put on the retro soundtrack, so I had the OG from like 1998 theme playing. Apparently, there's like a remixed, like sad version of that song done for RE9 soundtrack for when you're in the RPD.
Oh yeah.
Also, there was a motorcycle part that you missed too.
Yep.
Which they just recreated I'm pretty sure I talked about it before when I talked about the movies. Leon motorcycles his way from zombie dogs and the villain of the game, Victor Gideon, looks like Frankenstein's monster with Hulk Hogan's hairline. And the fact that he was the final boss kind of just took me off guard, but Leon gets to Raccoon City, we get to RPD.
Mm-hmm.
They introduced a Wesker. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he was a clone or he was just somebody that wanted to be like Wesker. They never really explained what he was. That he was. All we know is that he's just a part of the Connections, which for those that played RE7, RE8 recognize that immediately. But his name was Zeno, and he was basically Wesker. Slick back blonde hair, stupid undercut, glasses, like nice suit, black trench coat, deep voice. I've been waiting for you, Grace. So I was like, did they bring my boy back? And then it's like, no, it's just somebody that really, really apparently likes Wesker. I don't know. I gotta look more into him. And then he brings back a Mr. X. And X gave it to me. As in literally ripped me apart twice after stabbing me with the helicopter from RE2 Remake.
Oh, really? Yeah. Actual helicopter?
Yeah, because you're trying to run it. Because I didn't know what it was at first. I looked back into it because I was watching Max Dude play it. He's like, is that the helicopter from they're following the remake stories using this canon-wise. So
sure.
Apparently the remakes are the canon story, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, because they also expanded upon.
Yeah, they expanded upon everything. Marvin and
the gun shop.
Brad, Kendo.
Person.
Oh yeah, you go back there, you find the remains of their bones, and Leon has a moment saying, "I'm sorry, I failed you," and I was like, "Emotional damage."
Yeah, they tried. It seemed like they were trying to get you to buy into the Leon feeling like he couldn't save people thing.
Oh, Leon's been carrying that his whole story is that he feels like he failed that whole city. Yeah. And that his whole thing is that he's going to make up for it by saving everyone else that he can.
Yeah, they really... I mean, I've never really noticed it up until this game, because they really dug into it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're fighting bioterrorism for more than half your lifetime, and you feel like you literally failed everyone, or the original, like, Marvin died in front of him, he couldn't save Kendo, he at first thought he couldn't save Ada, and then, where the fuck was Ada? Ada didn't pop up once. That is the first time where Ada has not popped up in a Leon mainline game. Ever. She was in RE2, she was in RE4, she was in RE6. All Leon games. Where the fuck was Ada?
Yeah, there was no mention even, right?
Yeah, not a single mention of Ada, not a single mention of Claire, who was his counterpart in RE2. Not a single, like, the only other legacy characters... The one that was shown was Sherry Birkin, who's the Hunnigan of this game for Leon, which was also suffering. This is the problem with me describing things. I'm Charlie Day with the board from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We're talking about this. We're going to go to this. Go on this. They got the disease, the Raccoon City syndrome. The entire time, it's making it seem like, oh, Leon's dying, and I'm having emotional damage the entire time. Sherry's got the same stuff, but it's just in her hand. The entire playthrough, it's like slowly going up Leon's arm. And then at a point, it's just covering his entire forearm and on his face. And I'm just like,
yeah,
no!
it's back.
But, oh And then another thing that threw me off guard. Did you see the plant boss fight that I did?
Yep.
That, I don't remember if you heard me say it, but Plant 43 is the original plant creature from Resident Evil 2.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how the hell that thing survived.
Deep underground roots.
Well, that lab exploded. That whole nest lab got destroyed at the end of RE2.
Well, I'm sure if there were any spores or anything that got to the ground, you know.
But it's like I need to like research like a proper map of Raccoon City and learn like where the locations of these labs are. This like new lab they introduced called the ARC, and its AI system being called Noah. Figures. But yeah, Leon gets to the lab, Grace gets to the lab. The whole main point of the game is they're trying to figure out what this Elpis is, which everything points to it being Spencer's last bioweapon that he made, and that they need to destroy it, and that Grace is the key to unlocking Elpis and releasing it on the world, and that every bioterrorist companies from like the past four, like Tricell, the Connections, Remnants of Umbrella, which Victor Gideon, the main villain, is basically the last remnants of Umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his thing. Xeno, the Wesker, is from the Connections. They got all like Leon's walking past crates from Tricell, crates of like some other companies. It's like, oh, they're all here. Every one of these bioterrorist companies that work with bioweapons actually made a little hub thing in Raccoon City. And that they thought the government blocked off the city. No, these companies paid the government to block off the city so they could do their stuff in the city. Because who would ever question a bombed city? Come to find out, Elpis is actually an antiviral agent that will eradicate any viral infections within wherever host it's shot into. Because Xeno thinks it's a weapon, shoots it into himself, and he basically is gonna go kill Leon. And I'm like, oh snap, boss fight, let's go. And then his infection goes away, and he's like, oh, his eyes go back to normal, which it was his eyes. Such a cool look, creepy but cool. And then Victor comes walking in like, oh, well, I guess we were wrong, huh? And Xeno's like, what the fuck, Victor? You promised me. And he's like, hey, Spencer was wrong. Gibbity gobbity goo. And then he basically told him he's fired, and he chopped his head off with his tentacle arm.
Yep.
I love how he had 3 small arms like the dude from Scary Movie 2. It's like, this is my strong hand. And then, so Leon seems to de-age 20,000 years. He looks so much younger now. He looked almost the same age that he was in RE4, if not younger.
You spent a lot of time on that detail.
Which, how does it just de-age that man? That should not be how that works. That's not how any of this works. Yeah. It's a whole, but it's like, oh, they made him younger. This is Capcom's version of till you're fucking 90. Mm-hmm. Hey, if I get more Leon, I don't care. And then Victor winds up being the final boss, and this... How pissed would you say I was about the final boss?
I don't know if you were pissed, more so as confused and...
Disappointed.
Disappointed, yeah.
So, for those... I don't know. The main thing about this game is that it's basically a last, hurrah of the original 3 games. A lot of... There was Lickers, the Giant Spider, Mr. X, Raccoon City, RPD... Mansion, Arcade Mansion style designs and stuff. It was all nods to the OG trilogy. It's a requiem to the original run. That's the whole point. Mm-hmm. Is that this wraps up the Umbrella story. We're done with that original run. This is it. It's done. I kind of hope it is. That 60-page report that I read, that points to that too.
It does.
But it does. Yeah. Victor is 2 phases. I love his first phase. It's simple, but he does a lot of damage, and he can hit you pretty good if you're not paying attention. Mm-hmm. And he's a heavy shit talker, which is what you want in an RE villain final fight.
Yep.
He falls off after mutating a little bit. All of a sudden he crawls back up, and it's just a rehash of the RE3 Nemesis final boss fight. Same attack pattern, same design, just basically pop Nemesis's head off and put like a ready to pop pimple on instead. And Leon even I'm like, this is literally just Nemesis. And Leon goes, a Nemesis. And I'm like, no shit. And I'm like, if you were going to rehash a Nemesis boss fight, just redesign the original 1999 boss fight and make Victor this like four-legged. I've sent you the picture. If you could possibly pop it up right here. Just redesign that a little bit. Have Victor be this thing.
Resend that picture.
I absolutely will, Clarence. But it's like, they could have just did that instead of rehashing the... That was the main thing that turned me off at the very end there. I was like, come on. I'm like, all right, let's boom, boom. Maybe he becomes something else. Nope, that's it.
Yeah, if there would have been a third phase, I think it would have been fine. It would have been
maybe
a cool callback.
If he somehow popped out and just one last like thing.
Yeah.
No, I love that. Of course, I assumed that they would end the game with the Magnum because the Magnum itself is called Requiem. And also, it was fitting that he shoots him 3 times, and I had exactly 3 bullets left in it. I'm like, oh, fitting. And this entire time, this guy's like, well, what's Chris up to? What's Liz doing? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where anyone is. I'm sad because they're making it seem like they're about to just be left behind in the facility in the pure darkness. Mm-hmm. In comes I think they're called the Wolf Squadron. Chris's like group that left the BSA and is doing their own thing. They come shooting down, and they're like, Mr. Kennedy, Captain Redfield wants to speak with you. And it's like, oh shit! Don't see Chris. Don't hear from Chris.
Never figure out what they want.
No idea what Chris wants to talk about besides, did you fuck my sister? Did you fuck my sister, Leon?
Or Grace.
Did you? God, no. But, and then, basically, they're like, okay, so Elpis can cure all this. We're going to get it to all the people that we can. So I'm like, okay, so the OG cast is just going to be around till they're 90. Yeah, take my money. Also, there's 2 endings to the game, which was spoiled for me originally. I didn't know what happened in them. Uh-huh. I didn't know how they were decided until it pops up when you get to the machine. Xeno's like, release Elpis, and everything points to no, we gotta destroy it. So you either choose to destroy it or release it. I was conflicted because I'm like, oh my god, do I have a timer? This is gonna affect the ending? Oh god, what's gonna happen? Oh no. And then I'm like, Grace wouldn't have emphasized wait, Spencer said this about it if they wanted us to destroy it. So I was like, I took a risk on releasing it, and luckily that was the right choice. So my gut told me what would have happened if I destroyed it. And I was right. The non-canon ending has you watching the Golden Goose get his fucking head blown off. Fuck. Just fuck. I mean, better than being eaten alive by zombies, I guess. But no, Xeno beats the absolute piss out of him, blood out of his mouth. He looks up at Grace as, like, basically the platform it's all on is, like, falling into the abyss, about to explode, all that. And he goes, at least I could save you. And I was like, oh, God. And then Xeno just goes, all right. And it's just like I knew it was non-canon, but the 6-year-old in me that played Leon Kennedy in OG RE2 and Leon Kennedy in 2005 and 2000, all these years, the inner 6-year-old in me fucking just crumbled. It's like, I know this is not canon, but I did not want to see it. It still hurt.
Interesting.
But it's like, but that was the non-canon ending, so it doesn't matter. He's still alive.
Technically, you don't know that it's the non-canon ending.
One ending had a final boss fight, the other didn't.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So,
but that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean they couldn't choose it.
So yeah, overall, Leon is John Wick GOAT confirmed. He is John Resident, John Evil, Johnny Boy Ganon. I don't know. I probably need to replay a couple more times to be more comfortable with Grace's stuff. It's just that gameplay loop of like you have one tiny little weapon that will not do jack shit, and you need to sneak around is just not for me. So that tells me either I have become more accustomed and prefer the RE4 style over the OG style, which hurts me to say because I praise the OG games. Like, I got OG RE2 on GameCube right there. Like, OG RE2, RE3, Remake RE0, though, that original core of games, I will put on a fucking pedestal. Yes, even Resident Evil 0. You heard me right. I don't care how much people don't like that game. It doesn't have an item box. People don't like it. You play as 2 different characters at the same time.
Interesting.
It's apparently rumored to be getting a remake, though, so... But, yeah, and then the game basically unlocks a report for Grace at the very end. It's 60 pages. I read it on the whole thing. And it's basically being like, hey, the connections have actually been pulling the strings the entire time for the last 40 years. They're the reason the city got nuked. They're the reason Umbrella got bankrupted. They're the reason all these companies are doing this. So I'm like, so they just basically are setting up the connections are the next big bad.
Yep.
Kind of like how Kingdom Hearts is setting up the Master of Masters as the next big bad.
I don't even think he's the next big bad. I think that he's actually like a hero.
He's an anti-hero. He's a double agent.
I don't even think he's an anti-hero. I think he's actually a good guy.
And Wesker was working with the connections the entire time. So that's who Wesker was a double agent for back in the day. A lot of connection shit. This company, people that didn't show up until RE7, they're really pushing these connections. At first I was like, I don't know if they're the same as the family from RE6, and then they mentioned the family. I'm like, okay, so they are different. There's so many different like black market criminal companies or black like criminal organizations apparently that all lead back to the connections. So now I gotta wait another 5 years to see where the hell this story goes, because at first they made it sound like they were just gonna do anthology releases, like different little contained stories in every universe. So I'm like, but if they're pushing this sounds like they're gonna be technically continuing the story, just not focus on Umbrella anymore.
Right.
Because literally, Leon says to Victor at the end, he's like, time to bury Umbrella's last skeleton. So I'm like, this is literally... every word is saying this is the final nail in the Umbrella coffin. This is it. This is the last you're going to be seeing anything where Umbrella is the focal point in any way, shape, or form. Which, in that case, the game did its job. Still was pissed about the Nemesis part. And the Grace gameplay needs to grow on me. So it's currently an 8.5 out of 10. It's still the best game of the year so far. Also the best looking visually.
I will say
of Resident Evil. Max Dude played it on his PS5 Pro because everyone was saying, "Oh, the PS5 Pro puts it even above and beyond," and he's going, "Fuck! Look at this game."
Yeah.
He did like a calmer version of the "Look at this game! Look at it! This looks better than having children." Like a much calmer version of that, where everyone's saying like this is the best looking PS5 game.
Well, they released that PSSR upscaling tech with it as like a shadow drop.
Yeah, like so. It's incredible. It is an incredible game. I highly recommend playing it, even if you're not a Resident Evil fan. If you're an Alien Isolation fan, you'll love the Grace portions. If you're a John Wick fan, you'll love the Leon portions. But yeah, it still gets 2 thumbs up from me. Oh, I just need more time with it.
I'm gonna work my way backwards. You work your way from front to back. I'm gonna work bakwards.
Get us back on track, please. My brain went.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna put us on track. I think I'm gonna derail you even more.
Do it.
Obviously, I don't have the same like connection to Leon that you do. But to me, that ending was so bad. It was such a bad choice that it was like you're like 10 seconds into it and you kind of see where it's going and you're like, this is a throwaway waste of why even give that ending, because it was such a bad ending. Not in the sense that
are you talking about the final whole stretch of the final stretch of the game, or after the boss fight?
Specifically Leon versus the Leon thing. Okay. Just the difference of do you save or destroy Elkis or whatever. The Leon death ending is just so bad, it's pointless. There's no reason to even put it there because it's so bad.
feel like I'm convinced they put it there just to, like, for people that didn't pay attention.
Maybe.
And just be like, oh, we got to destroy Elpis.
Maybe, I guess. Yeah, it just, to me, it felt so bad. Like, to me, seemed like it was such a throwaway ending that it just felt like one of the scripted executions when you get caught by a certain enemy, right? Like when you get ripped to half by what's his face.
Sure.
Or when
he also crushes your head too.
Right. Like it was like, to me it was such a throwaway ending that it just felt like one of those normal executions, and you're gonna have to go back and just redo your choice. Like, I get it that it was meant to be like, no, you made the wrong choice, but it just doesn't even seem like it should have been.
The thing I'm most bitter about is the fact that we did not get a boss fight with this fake Wesker.
Yeah, that's
I was as soon as he popped up, my brain went, this is final boss.
Yeah.
We're gonna get another Wesker fight, because he even has the like matrix dodging that
Wesker and he
has.
used it even in the bad ending on Leon.
I was so caught off guard when he injected and he's like, oh, he's human again. I'm like, and then Victor walks in, which I forgot to mention to you during the stream. It's like, we hadn't seen him in a bit, because last we saw he fell off the roadway and his bike exploded. We didn't see a body, which if you don't see a body, you know the rules. So this entire time I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a Wesker, one more Wesker boss. Let's fucking get
See, I think
he cut his head off.
I think it would have been. I think it would have been cooler to actually have like a dual boss fight, and then Victor get pissed at Wesker, and then kill him, and then you finish the fight with Victor.
Yeah, I rather would have had that than Victor become another nemesis.
That would have been a better way of like having Wesker become a nemesis. Then you kill him, then you have to fight Victor anyway.
Do you know how the whole nemesis thing works?
No.
So it's actually that's the first mention of any form of parasite in Resident Evil. They basically took they created it's like I think they call it the Neo Alpha parasite. And that's what created the nemesis. So either Victor had one in him the entire time, or he took one and that's what saved him, or like injected himself with one and that's what saved him. But that's what caused him to become that again.
Sure.
Again, but no, they had to bring it back up and remind me that it existed in this.
Yeah, I don't know. The fake ending or the non what is assumed to be the non-canon ending was just such a throwaway. It felt like it was wasted time. They shouldn't have made it a choice.
Either way, Zeno dies too, because he just stands on the platform as it falls into the abyss, explodes everything.
But in that ending, I wouldn't assume he dies, because he's still infected. He's still infected in that ending, so he would have survived that fall.
Because it's the same. I don't know. It's like he had the same stuff. So I'm like, he was in Raccoon City back then? Or did they, as they built him, he somehow was infected with it? Or maybe because he was around in Raccoon City doing all his stuff, he somehow got remnants of it.
Maybe.
So he would have died either way from it. So, but still, it's like, that was... So a couple, just like I said, just have us fight Zeno and like have it where Elpis like weakened Zeno but didn't fully heal him.
Yeah, but that diminishes what Elpis actually is, though.
True. But
I would have rather have just been a fight between the two of them, and then you end up in the fight injecting him.
True, but here's the thing: it's like Zeno. It showed in the cutscenes what he's capable of. You would have had to have nerfed him in some way to make it a fair fight for a compatible boss fight. Otherwise, he would have just been like, boom, 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 and then Victor would have just been like, tentacle to the face.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but all things considered, though, I mean, like, if
you're actually no, because the Wesker fight in RE5, he was just extra cocky, talking shit, walking at you.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean,
his arrogance would have been what kept him.
But if you call a spade, like Wesker, once he's healed, or Zeon, whatever his fucking name is,
Zeno,
sure.
Beta Wesker, as I called him.
Once he was human, and then he had his head like sliced off in a split second by Victor. There's literally no reason Victor couldn't have just done that to Leon other than plot armor. Technically.
Wait, you gotta have Leon fight the final boss.
Like, that would have been another complaint on my part, is it would have made more sense to.
Oh, there's so many plot holes in all the Resident Evil games where the main characters should all be dead at this point.
Well, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. I just think that in that moment, it made no sense. Like, it made sense, but didn't really make sense to kill him. I think it would have made sense for him to inject himself and then get cleared, and then he boss fights them, and in the process, Grace is like trying to get another vial. You stab Beta Wesker, and then Victor's like, well, now you're useless, kills him, and then you fight Victor, and you kind of go from there. I think that would have made more sense.
Victor's other arm transforms into like another tentacle, like blades or something, so he's got double arms.
The other thing is when like, why didn't he just kill Grace immediately? Like, he just stabbed her in the stomach.
Yeah, he literally gave a little boop boop.
Like, again, I'm like, what? It made no sense. Like, in that, again, because of how effortlessly he just literally wiped the existence of Beta Wesker off the map. It made no sense that he just poked at her. And then why did she stab him and just make him human again? Mm-hmm. Like, she had the thing. Yeah, and there was like Victor, 6 vials of Elkis.
Victor looked like a decaying corpse the entire game. I was like, I don't know what's up with him. But so he must have had like that. He must have had the parasite in him the entire time or something. The nemesis parasite. Now no las plagas. I know RE4 Leon. You're still, It's like I need more time with this game so I can figure out where exactly it's in my personal rankings.
So, and I'm just poking devil's advocate at a lot of things, and I'm going backwards again. I actually think that the RE, like the Raccoon City stuff, I wasn't there for a ton of it. I was there for a decent amount. I missed the RPD, which I wish I would have been there for. I don't know how much of the game is standing on its own merit versus nostalgia bait.
Second half is nostalgia, but it's also like Leon facing his past demons to save this girl.
Yeah. Okay. And
because she leaves with them to go to the Raccoon City, and he's like, "Fuck, I gotta go save her." Right. Leon did not want to go into Raccoon City, but he knew he had to save another blonde in her 20s.
So I remember that. I do remember that. I was just like, is this nostalgia bait, or is the game standing on its own merit? I think that it probably is standing on its own merit. I will say I was very off-put by the zombies firing mortars in that section.
That pissed me off.
Like, I felt...
That immediately gave me Resident Evil 6 vibes, and I wanted no Resident Evil 6 vibes in this game.
All of Leon's section that I watched in the Raccoon City, to me, all of it felt like Resident Evil 6.
He fought infected BSA agents, and some of them had guns. Some of them somehow shot fucking mortars.
I think that the guns is fine because it falls in
line. They weren't like
which
they had me fight humans in the umbrella section, in the lab section, which immediately pissed me. The very beginning, I walk in and there's these like trained agents. And they're humans, and I'm like, I literally look at the camera, I'm like, this is easily the worst portion of the game already.
See, and I felt like the entire Leon section to me felt too Call of Duty-ish, and it's like
They straight up have said like he is too action hero for us to make anything with him scary.
So then. See, and that's where, if you want to rewind, like back to like now talk about the Grace section, as a outsider looking in, I actually and I'm not a stealth person. I'm going to run into a room and shoot everything, and I'll do it until I figure out how to get through that room alive before I sneak around every corner. Like, that's how I played The Last of Us. Like, if there was a room full of clickers, now I'm going to figure out how to kill every one of those. I don't give a shit. I ain't sneaking around the corners and sitting there waiting until they walk by and then sneak by and sneak by. I ain't doing that. I'm going to run in. I'm going to fight until I win. I'll do it over and over again. But
did you see the enemy that was just straight up a bloater?
Yes, I did.
And you hear me say, I'm like, this is just a fucking bloater.
Yeah. And so for me, like looking outside, looking in from a horror perspective, I would have chosen the Grace gameplay 10 times over the Leon, because the Leon stuff, I was like, to me, felt very RE6 from the little bit I saw you play of RE6.
Yeah, there was a lot of... the thing about RE6, the only good thing about RE6 is the fluidity of the like gameplay, like the shooting, and then you can do like the animations, like smash your heads against the wall, tackle like head, like bulldog them to the ground.
Those things are sick. Yeah,
that's cool. That I don't mind. It's the fact that once you give these enemies guns, you start losing me a bit.
Yeah,
it's like, but it's like I get like the zombie like just like having the gun
Like
in its
the-
hand, but like just instinctively
Like
like,
all
that I get. But the mortars,
the mortars made no sense. The mortars was dumb, and it would be different. Like if they were also taking aim at you, legitimate aim, that's dumb as shit. I think that like the
mortars were straight up taking aim at me.
Well, I know,
And
but
like these zombies are going.
Like the same idea of like the chef with the cleaver, he's like remembering like
his last instincts are like
I am a soldier. I'm a soldier. I have a gun. Like and he just no control. And if you happen to get hit by a sure, I'm fine with that. That's the stretch of it.
The couple zombies running at you with a live grenade. It's like
that doesn't. That was
the freaking crazy people from Dead Space 3. Make us whole again.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense because there's no reason the grenade would be live. So for me, I would have like watching the Leon stuff. Like I just never would be even remotely scared ever.
See, it's like I mostly liked the Raccoon City bit because I've always wanted the let's explore the city after the fallout.
Sure, from a lore perspective, it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, and it's like the mountains in the background, like some
gorgeous.
of the buildings that are still stood. I was like, oh,
it looks so good. It's super cool.
I was loving it. I was there like, are those the Arclay Mountains? Are those the Arclay Mountains? Which mountains are the Arclay Mountains? Where's the mansion? Where was the mansion that way? I was like, I said 3 times already. I need to look at a map, figure out exactly where what the layout is, so I know where everything is.
Yeah.
But and the fact that the thing that threw me off is that the orphanage was the entrance to the Ark. I'm like, oh, you were experimenting on children, you sick bastards. Were you there for those bald, red-eyed buggers?
No.
That was nightmare fuel. I had to hide from bald. They looked like their heads were restitched on, glowing red eyes. Just there's like 5 of them just slowly walking at you. You had to hide from them. And I was sitting there. They snap a full-grown man's neck. I'm like, oh, this is actual nightmare fuel.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was like a flash.
Was that Leon or
no?
Grace?
It was flashback. Orphanage.
Oh, just to the actual.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
When it was first like, hey Grace, this is who you actually are, and then it was like 1990, and I was like, how old are you? It wasn't Grace.
Okay.
Which Grace apparently was just a random baby that Oswald Spencer found. Was like, I like this one. We're not going to experiment on this one. I like this one. Hey Alyssa, here you go. Have a child. Now we can talk. That's literally what that was. Like, oh, you want an interview with old me? Here you go. But also, I don't like how in this he's like, I feel like guilt and shame for what I've done. I need to atone. I need to make up for it. And that's why he made Elpis was like a failsafe for everything.
Why don't you like that?
Because in RE5, which takes place after the events of that, where that interview would take place, he's still sitting there going, I'm better than everyone. I should have been a god. Wesker shaking me in the chest.
They did talk about him like losing his,
losing
his whatnot, losing his mind.
Yeah,
so
because I think the interview only took place like 2 years or something like that before. Because they said in the thing is 2006 when Spencer died.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, to be fair, he was in his late 80s by that point. I think, if I'm remembering his birth, I think he was either born in the early 20s or the 1910s, canonically.
Yeah.
So, because like I said, all the stuff went down in 1998, so he was already an old man by that point. So, mid-2000s, he was an even older man.
So, top 3 things from top 3 moments for you. What, like, if you had to pick top, like, the 3 moments.
The things I like the most, or like the overall experience.
Top 3 moments that you liked.
In no specific order.
Yeah. That's fine.
Revisiting, getting back to the RPD. Damn, maybe I don't like this game after all. Revisiting the RPD. Well, I'm going to include the city in that too, because I was about to say revisiting the city. I'm It's a slut for nostalgia because it's revisiting all those old enemies that popped up for the first time in like 2 decades. Like, even though I hated the spider, I loved the spider at the same time.
Right.
I was hating it, but I was loving it at the same time because I'm like, they straight up said when RE7 came out, like it's too difficult for us because we're trying to go for photorealism. We're scanning real things to put in this new engine. Spiders would be too difficult. They figured it out.
Yeah.
You know, whoever had to keep that spider in check to scan it was like,
I don't know about that.
But no.
You got some weirdos out there about spiders.
Oh, there's so many weirdos. But yeah, it's like revisiting the RPD. It's mostly the Leon stuff. Because it's like, I'm just a bitch for Leon. I'm a gamer because of this character, so. RPD, nostalgia for the OG, like, enemies, like, one little final farewell. And I will say you know what, for them to actually making a likable new character.
Okay.
They actually, because I didn't give a single fuck about Ethan. I'll say that right now. Because there's so many Ethan stans. It's like, I get it, RE7 saved the franchise. I get it, strong independent dad, don't need no wife to save his daughter. Mia was locked up the entirety of RE8, so she wasn't there. But it's like, I'll never understand the stans for Ethan. He literally was made to be a nothing character in RE7 because they wanted to focus on VR and first person. That was the whole point of his existence. Like, the character was Yui. And then they had to, like, crap, we have to make him an actual character for RE8. Had a baby. She's a mold baby. Also, so many people were theorizing that she was going to be revealed, that Grace was going to be revealed as Rosemary Winters this entire time. And it's like, and I'm like, no, they said the Winters story is done. We're never going to see those characters again. Unless we see him pop up in Chris's stuff. Which, I'm convinced they literally put Leon in this because everyone was like, where's Leon? Where's Leon? They're like, fuck it, make a game for Leon. Because, end of RE8, this is off tangent already. End of RE8, they're like, oh, the BSAA made, like, zombie clones. This is a bioweapon. What's going on here? People were complaining, where's that story? I'm like, that's a Chris thing.
Yeah.
They're going to save that for whenever they make another Chris game.
I don't see how they can make a Chris or a Leon game a horror game at all. Nothing about either of those is scary.
Well, again, it's just make another new character. And then, like, at this point, I feel like they're just going to keep making new characters. And then the legacy characters are going to be the support characters. Because this is technically Grace's game. And it's literally like 1A, 1B, 1.A.2.
Yeah.
Sure, it's like Leon does the final fight, but Leon gets all the boss fights, but this is technically Grace's story.
Yeah.
So it's like Leon is technically a supporting character in this game. Technically.
Sure. I mean, it doesn't feel like a support.
No, not at all.
I thought that you would have put maybe, because you were pretty stoked. I remember when the gate came up and you saw the Wesker-like character, you were pretty hyped about that.
That falls under nostalgia.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, because I straight up thought they revived Wesker.
So was there anything like that, just like anything from a lore perspective that just like, oh my god, that blew my mind?
The fact that everything that I was led to believe about Raccoon City was a lie, that everything was just puppet mastered by the connections this entire time. That was like, what the fuck is what is the plan then? What are we doing? Where are we going? So it's like the connections is essentially running the government. It's somehow puppeted Umbrella. It's puppeting all these little like companies and all that stuff. I'm like, so who? And then they named the name that the internet thought was going to be the villain of this game, Brandon Bailey, who was apparently the head of the connections. So I'm like, okay, so there's going to be our new proper bad then, because they named it. They properly named him in these files. They named the connections. Everything points to, so it's like this entire story was technically because of this organization that has been around for 45 years at this point, because they said early 80s, I think, is when the earliest knows of their existence. So
what do they have to gain from all this bioterrorism stuff? What do they have to gain from these ugly viruses?
What does anybody working the black market have anything to gain? It's all about power and control.
And money.
Well, money is just money. More money just equals more power and more control for these companies.
Speaking of money,
Same.
Yeah,
that's RE9. I have no idea if they're gonna do any DLC. I don't know how they would do DLC because they're like, we're not gonna do a mercenaries mode for this. There's no point. It's literally just Leon.
Were there any gaps, like in the time from when Leon and Grace went their separate ways to Raccoon City? Is there anything that we could do there, like Grace or Leon gameplay?
Well, Leon just drove to Raccoon City, so if they want to make a driving simulator, I'm just kidding. I do like that they popped little points, like they showed the gas station that Leon abandoned his Jeep at the beginning of RE2.
Yeah.
You saw the remnants of that gas station in the Jeep. Like you just saw little tidbits here and there. Pretty sure, yeah, but God, it's the fact that the spider was the biggest, like the thing that stuck with me the most for this game tells me a lot about this game. But also, my arachnophobia is stronger than all.
Mm-hmm.
We'll revisit my opinion on this game in like 3 months.
See what happens.
Yeah, see if anything changes or anything, because I need to play it more. One playthrough isn't enough to form a proper opinion, in my opinion.
Okay.
Unless the game was ass. If the game was ass, I'd be like, never again. It's yeah. Give me 3 months and I'll have a proper opinion of it and a ranking of where it fits in my personal list of Resident Evil games.
Is it number 9?
I'd say it's higher than. I'd say it'd possibly be, even though I've seen I don't like much of it, it might currently be top 5. I would have to I would have to actually sit and think. But no, I'm like, would I play
better than 7 and 8?
I'd rather replay it. This one has Leon. Again, this one has Leon. But I have attachment to the original characters. I've been playing them since I was 6 years old, and I'm about to be 33. So
you guys can't see it, but he has a major chub going for Leon right now.
6 o'clock to midnight.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the experience enough to try and actually get in even while I was at work and check out the streams, because I think the lore of Resident Evil is really cool. So I was enjoying that perspective anyway.
It's always interesting how they change up things to fit what they want to tell now.
Yeah,
because like I said, the biggest thing is what are they going to? How are they going to continue it with this whole the connections is the cause of everything? And also, it's like, are we ever going to revisit Raccoon City? Because it's like, yeah, I don't think so.
Raccoon City's done, so buddy.
Now that that these companies know that they've been using the city as a secret little hub for their more experiments and all that, they're like, yeah, no.
Yeah. No, I think Raccoon City's gone forever. There's nothing left to it.
And I love how they're like, the president has basically come out and denied any
government
involvement. Yeah, the government involvement with this. And my brain was like, real life situations.
Oh boy.
But yeah, no, I highly recommend playing it, even if you're not a Resident Evil fan. Go ahead. It's a good, enjoyable time.
Or watch it on stream or Twitch or whatever. I think, for me, the Resident Evil games have always been really good experiences to watch.
I gotta show you once we're done with this, I gotta show you the clip of Leon driving up a fucking fallen skyscraper and just boom in the background of Raccoon City. I'll show you it once we're done. It's a beautiful shot.
Sounds pretty unrealistic.
It's a video game. Nothing is real.
It's a video game that's supposed to play on sort of realistic.
It's better than 6-7. How about that? Yeah.
Oh, remember I said that I had a theory about the alternate ending, or the second ending. Mm-hmm. I thought that it was going to be something really, not quite as dumb as what actually happened in the alternate ending, but I thought all it was going to do was change essentially who was the one doing the boss fight. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought would happen, is that it would put Grace as the one doing the fight instead of Leon, because Leon was still, sick, and then you had to fight to get the thing. I thought that's all it was going to be because...
I'm just glad you were wrong about I was going to have to kill Leon.
Yeah.
If that actually happened, we would have been fist fighting on podcast.
Would have been a better ending.
And that is all for today's episode of Resonance and Replay.
Would have been a better ending than the alternate ending they gave.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I would have let him kill me.
Dude,
I never would have killed him.
At the midway point, I was actually starting to believe, because at first I was like, I don't know if Grace is going to be mad about the killing Emily thing, because she was like begging him not to shoot her after she, morphed or whatever. So I was like, oh, this might actually be setting it up that they're going to convince her that they're the good guys and to kill Leon. Like, I was thinking they were actually setting it up for a second. That'd have been sick. That'd have been awesome.
Yeah, I missed where he was like, I didn't hit any of her vital points. Because I was too busy going, oh yeah, Chris, where's Chris? What the fuck, Chris? Oh,
yeah, in the cutscene, he didn't hit vital points. But
it's weird how she transforms. You watch her mutate, but somehow her actual normal body is within that mutation.
Cocoon. Well, I mean, either way, if she was still alive and you hit her with that thing, it would have reverted her back anyway, which is, stretching.
But how would he have known?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know, you kill a little girl at the end.
Yeah, she was fine. She was sleeping in her bed, and then Grace woke her up and then carried her around.
She was blind, and she just hears, "Hey, girl, come with me." And she's like, "Who the fuck? What? Who? What?
Human contact."
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, huggies. Oh, I get okay."
Yeah, she's like, "I got uppies for the first time."
Uppies. All right.
My God. Yeah, I enjoyed watching it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Earlier, I was like, "I'm not touching this game again." Now, because I actually have energy, I'm like, I might touch this game again.
I do not have energy to touch a game right now.
Yeah, you need rest.
I have been thinking about streaming again though.
Yeah, do it.
I'll probably do it from my old channels.
Do it.
We'll see.
Do it. Do it. Peer pressure him. Do it. Do it. Do it. I'm gonna get punched if I keep going.
No, don't have the energy for that.
Clarence comes out over the fish.
I still have to edit the episode for last week. I think there's a lot of editing to do on that one, to be fair, though.
I honestly don't remember what happens in it.
We talk about each company.
Oh, yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah, because of the Blue Point stuff. So, anyway,
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. Yeah.
Thanks for listening to rant about one of my favorite franchises.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. So what are we looking forward to next? I mean, you're just gonna go replay the game.
Yeah.
What are you streaming next?
I have no fucking clue.
Comments. Tell them what to stream.
This will come away after I'm even streaming at this point, though. This comes out in like 10 days. Oh, like 8 days.
It comes out in 7, 8 days.
Yeah. So I'll be streaming by that point.
What are you gonna be streaming?
I don't fucking know, man. I gotta look at my list.
All right. Comments. Tell him what he should change his game to.
Thank you all for tuning in. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Take care now.
Bye, everyone.
Die.